Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen or K.Hong Hobbies. Today I have had just like a day and really just wanted to journal, and I figured that I'd take you guys along with me. I am still catching up on July and I don't know how many days I have left, but I figured I would finish one of these pages with y'all. And so come journal with me. A fun thing about me is I've never been normal in my life. No, but really, a fun thing about me is that I'm always sketching what I want to put in my journal before I put it in here, probably like 90% of the time. So actually, usually I like cut them up and it's like a piece like this, but I was so behind that I just needed to come up with a bunch of ideas. So I put all of them front and back on this piece of paper, and I've loved it. So let's find today's. I am doing July 31st, which if you can see here is this guy, and it says watercolor because rain, and then I have some things to put in the little puddles, and I'll tell you about it while I journal. Okay, so I have this like Michaels palette that I've had for like so many years. And I'm gonna take some watercolor and paint around the puddles. But first I'm gonna draw in pencil the puddles so I know where not to paint. So I'm excited to try this because I haven't done watercolor in my journal in a while. So this should be a good time. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna use this paintbrush. This was in my bag and I had no idea. Okay, so let's do that. And then I need to find my pencil. Okay. So I'm just going to draw in pencil the puddles. And basically what had happened was, as it sounds, there was literally this random torrential downpour at work. That was on Thursday. It's in my journal. July 31st was a Thursday. And I had to come into the office because, well, I always come in on Thursdays, but there was orientation. So we were like fully there for the whole day. We had orientation. Well, at 1:30, which is like basically when the orientation was set to start, we get an email being like, hey guys, orientation literally can only last till 2:30 because it's about to pour down rain and we need to get these students like out of here. So sure enough, we gave our like shortest orientation ever, and it actually went really well. But yeah, shortest orientation ever. And then we thought we beat the rain, but no, it was pouring. And I am from Florida, and so I know rain. This was crazy, like literally hurricane level rain. But it literally lasted for 15 minutes maybe, and then it was gone. But in those 15 minutes, you bet your bottom, that's when I was trying to get to the train. So I'm running from the building to the train station. And it is literally just like an 8-minute walk, run. And it was brutal. So I literally was soaked. Shout out to one of my peers. I didn't have an umbrella because I didn't think it was actually gonna torrential downpour. I don't know, it never does. I know that's not the way to do it, but I just didn't check the weather like that. I was like, oh, it's gonna rain a little bit, whatever. And so I was gonna get soaked, but luckily one of my peer advisors, my undergrads that works under us, gave me her umbrella because she got picked up by her mom in her car, which was cute. And so that saved me from getting like everything ruined. I did ruin a library book, which I hate because it was such a good book too, but obviously I'm gonna pay for it. And we learn now that if it's gonna rain, don't bring a physical book. Okay, so the watercolor is done. Ooh ah, you can tell it's still drying. And I would say, oh, let's wait until it's done drying to put words in it. I'm probably not gonna do that though. So let's think about it. Okay, so I do have a lot of words in the first one and not a ton of words in the second one. Wait. So I'm definitely concerned that I didn't draw the first one. Well, no, I just have to write it small. I was gonna say I was concerned that I didn't draw it big enough, but I feel like that's big enough for me to write words in. Okay, let's do it in pencil first though, because that is something I always do. And I think everything's mostly dry except for on the left side, which I'm right-handed, so I don't really have to worry about it. Shout out righties. Anyway, yeah, okay, so I'm actually gonna start with the one farther down because it is more dry. And I'm all talk, but I am actually kind of nervous about it still being wet. It'll dry soon. Okay. So I'm looking at what I wrote and I love doing this. It says a rando torrential downpour that soaked me and ended orientation early, right? Then it says no punctuation, like literally it's just continuing with the sentence. Big flood. A rando torrential downpour that soaked me and ended orientation early, big flood. And I'm not really sure why I put that there. I do know that it was a big flood, like I mentioned, but I'm not sure why I put it at the end of the sentence. A rando torrential downpour that soaked me and it ended orientation early, big flood. I think I was just stressed, honestly, in that moment. I'm not gonna put big flood, so we're gonna leave it at ended orientation early. Now we go in with my trusty Tombow Funosuke. This is the soft tip to just give it an outline and put in the words. I like going over it twice to give it that, like, I don't know, not perfect look. Cute. Okay. Now we do the same with this one. Remember when I was afraid that this was gonna be too small? Lol. I literally had to write yum to fill it all in. I like it. So this is what we're working with so far. I really like it. I'll obviously go back in and erase the pencil marks, but for now I'll just leave it just in case it's not fully dry. Also, listen. I love the ASMR that watercolor brings to the paper. Okay, I do feel like it's missing something though. It's just the watercolor and like words. So I'm gonna go look for some stickers and I will report back. Okay, I have my trusty accordion full of stickers, so let's see what we got. I do know we have some flowers, which could be nice. I don't know, like no rain, no flowers. As per usual, blue has been my go-to because blue is my favorite color. So what I'm thinking is I am gonna do some flowers just for fun to like brighten it up, forget-me-nots. Bring a little purple in as well, that's fun. Oh, that's cute, okay. Putting it down at the bottom. And then I have these like dot stickers that I found, I think on Shein, I don't know, but lots of them came in. And I'm gonna use some of those to kind of emulate the rain. And I could put them in raindrop like shapes, but last time I tried to draw raindrops, I didn't like how it turned out. So I'm just trusting this process that it's gonna look good. And so far, so good. Spoiler alert. I feel like I say that a lot, but that's okay because I'm in the moment. This looks cute. Yeah, I like how this is turning out. Go me. The only thing is sometimes I don't want to obviously use up all of my dot stickers, but it just looks so good. I don't know. Okay, cool. We'll stick with that. Okay, this is cute. So this is what I've done. And I kind of have a couple of these that are off the edge that I'll cut off. And I love that look. I found that, this is kind of like a pro tip for myself, that when I feel like something's missing, if I put something on the edge and like cut it off like this, it's like what was missing. So try that next time if you need something. But yeah, I love the way that this looks. Very happy. And I would love to say that this is, and that's all of July journaling, I'm done, but I have some days to catch up on. But that's at least all for today. I love the way that this came out. I liked that I was kind of talking through my process with y'all. Cause like sometimes, almost all the time, I'm here by myself journaling and I have an idea, but like you saw, it's just like a sketch. So I knew that I wanted to do watercolor, but I didn't know what else to put on there. I thought that was all I was gonna need. So it was cool to see that something was missing. I found what to do with it and I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is it, yay. Hope you liked this journal with me. Like this video if you did. Comment down below if you'd like. Did you get caught in a storm recently? I'm super on board with this fall weather that we're having right now. Chef's kiss. It has been beautiful outside. So hopefully we don't get any more of these, or if we do, it's when I'm inside and can just read or journal and just like relax and listen to the rain. But yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There'll be more journal with me, more flip throughs coming along. My goal is to finish July probably like this weekend. It's Tuesday as I'm filming this, so hopefully the July flip through will come out soon. Well, hope you have a great day, and remember, wherever you are, have fun.